I'm really pleased with it.
This is your show? Yeah.
Trains like a professional, competes like a professional, wins like a professional. Hello Manchester! We're in Glasgow and we're going to Newcastle again. It seems that I've fucking been there more often than I've been to Glasgow, even though Glasgow's just there. It's becoming a common occurrence. We're going away, Nate's competing at, I believe it's BJJ 24/7. So let's fucking go, boys! Okay, so we're in the car now, we're heading up to Rivals to get Nate's rash guard, his new rash guard for the competition, and I'm sure that'll make much more sense as time goes on. No, that's all. I don't know if this is even. Oh, good job, mate. Well, this is not what I thought that we ordered. This is pretty nice. Okay, so we've got some of the goods. And Mirovski's off to Newcastle. Newcastle. Come on. Oh my god. This is wish on, you know. Whoopsie daisies. Going down the motorway to Newcastle, and we spotted a farm shop on the side with some shows, the kids' shows, the roller coaster shows, and we came in to get some food. Whoa! And magically we're in Newcastle, and it's the next again day. The cameraman fell asleep on the sofa yesterday, so we didn't get any clips from there. But we're fucking in Newcastle now. Cameraman nearly died. Essentially yesterday we got here, we had some food, we went to Tesco, we got some food, had some burgers lad, we had some burgers. If you ever wonder what a day in the life of a performance and nutrition coach, it's sitting at a fucking laptop, doing programs and shit for a few hours, taking some calls, making some videos and shit. That's pretty much what happened all last night. Just planning for tomorrow as well, making sure that Nate is ready. He's made weight this morning already. I believe he was 78.7, sexy boy. So essentially just now it's about 11 o'clock, maybe 11:30, and Nate doesn't compete till like 4 PM, so we're going to head down at about 1-ish to the venue, chill out a little bit until then. We'll actually get some food again, maybe a bit more work and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what's happening until then, so probably we'll see you again at around kind of 1-2 or something like that. I'm not really sure when we'll see you, but that's about it for now. About 1:10, so we're just getting in the car, we're firing off to the comp. It's a 40-minute drive away. I thought it was less than that, but we're going to drive there. We're going to meet up with Nate and Cammy. We're going to film some videos, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so we've just arrived at the venue. We're going to go and catch up with Nate and Cammy and see what's occurring. We're looking for a really tall bald man and Nate, who's still quite tall but not bald. Oh, hello.
How are you feeling? Good, yeah.
Shite. Got some fucking, we didn't see if they fit, but these are the shorts. They look pretty fucking decent. And then in terms of the t-shirts, our lad and Julia had to pack this, so we'll find out what we've got. So this is like one of the rash guards. We need to try it on, see if it fits. I don't know if it does. But there's different colours in that, there's a black one as well. This one looks pretty cool, man. Oh, this one's a lot. Oh no, this isn't fair. Again, I don't know if it'll fit you, man. It's a fucking medium. Jake, that'll fit you. Is that the size of your rash guard? Tried it on yesterday, I was this.
That's fine. Can't do that, mate.
Does it feel alright? Does it feel too tight?
Oh no, well.
Okay, so right now we're warming Nate up for his comp, and that's about it. We're going to start off with some light stuff, gradually progress into more intense stuff as it goes on, so that when the comp comes and the time it starts, we're just boom, ready. And time. We're going to move on to the next stage. As always, one person's going to be going 70%, the other person's going to be going 30-40%. One person's going to impose as well, other person's going to let it happen, but they're just going to let it give a little bit of resistance to it, right? So it'll go 1 for 1. Nate will be on in 30 minutes, so we're getting him warm. Right, let's go. So Nate just absolutely dominated his first opponent, just too professional. Trains like a professional, competes like a professional, wins like a professional. Too strong, too skilled, everything in his favour. Absolute domination from start to finish. Didn't concede a single point, scored multiple points, multiple passes, multiple pins. The next match is a gold medal match, so we're going to go win that too. So just keeping warm between matches, essentially. One of the massive mistakes that grapplers make is between matches, they stand at the side of the mats, cool down, let their blood flow go down, they get cold and they get fucked, right? We keep warm in between, which allows us to go and perform at an excellent level, walk straight onto the mat while still warm and perform at extremely high level.
North-south now. Keep that position. Keep that position. Good. Score again. Aim for the buggy. Walk hips away. Good. And again, these pass. There you go. There you go. That's good. Let's go mount now. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Excellent. That's it. Chest roll now. Good. Work that, mate. Excellent. Brilliant, mate. Let's just stay here now. Hey, let's just let's go. One in there, one in there, one in there. One in there. Good. Finish now, that's it. There you go, pam, pam.
Mate, let's go, let's go. Train like a professional, win like a professional. Not been scored on in his last 7 matches, fucking 3 golds at the last 4 comps. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Mate just absolutely ran through his division. 2 matches in a row. The score for the first match was at 12-0.
12. Yeah,
12-0 for the first one. At the final match, it was 22-0, and he got a rear naked choke in the last few seconds. So he's won gold. He's taking his gold medal just now. So at the podium, waiting to get it. But aye, absolute domination. Again, since me and Nate started working together, someone every single match, every single competition in a row, it's been fucking all good. He's absolutely killing it. Just finished up at BJJ 24/7 in Newcastle. Essentially, Nate was down here. He just fucking absolutely ran through the guys, right? It wasn't close at all. It was a kind of smaller bracket, but still, his first match went out. Again, it was against a decent guard player, to be honest with you, but ended up beating him 12-0, so it wasn't close in that regard. Second match, same thing. Was 22-0, and then he finished with a really good choke in the last kind of 20 or so seconds. Absolute physical skill and cardio domination from the fucking jump. Essentially, the guys that he were against were gassed. They just couldn't handle the fucking pressure. You know, you could see that they were tired and fatigued throughout. Nate was strong on top and doing whatever he wanted because he did the fucking work. You train like a professional, you win like a professional. So Cammy, Nate and Dan are away back up to Scotland. We're going to get some food, probably chill out a little bit. We've still got an Airbnb tonight, so we're going to chill there. And as well, just to comment on that, like that's Nate's last 7 matches in a row that he's won without conceding a single point. Essentially, he's just fucking too good, man. He's got the skills and now he's got the physical attributes to match those skills, right? This is your show?
Yeah, me and Ruben, we've been running this. We took over in 2015, and yeah, we've been 10 years now.
Nice,
So,
awesome. And how many shows do you run a year on average?
We do about 9 of these size shows, and then we've got lots of like smaller competitions as well, which we do monthly.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of people come, they don't know about gears and stuff like that. Stuff they can get really easily DQ for that.
Yeah.
Bigger competition, which costs a lot of money to get to, so we don't want. So we started these competitions off, but we got to a stage now that these aren't really beginners comps anymore.
Yeah.
So we've introduced those little ones just to gain people's experience. Yeah,
So is there kind of like less rules here to like abide by in that sense?
We try and keep the rules, but we're less strict.
Awesome.
So we try and keep the same rules, so they're on par. So we don't really like move away from that sort of stuff. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 16 years. Started in 2008. Also, Lucio Rodriguez in Preston. And yeah, I'm a black belt now, but I've trained for 16 years. Started working at competitions within like 6 months of doing it.
Wow.
So I've done every single role. So the first aid, I've done all the table, refereeing. I've done every job.
How stressful is it throwing it yourself in comparison to just being like a referee or something?
There's lots of different stresses involved, yeah. So a referee is a very stressful job. Yeah, I take my hats off to anyone who can sustain that for a long period of time, because yeah, it's hard just to concentrate for that amount of time all day. But yeah, everyone's got the roles. The mat runners, if they don't get it right, then the mats are behind. That's hard. So there's always little bits of pressure, but ultimately, when it's financial, that's the hardest pressure.
And what about, are they always in Newcastle or are they all over?
No, we're all over the country. So we have 3 in Brighton. We've been doing them for a long time now. We've moved from a sports centre to the Hilton. I'd say it's the best jiu-jitsu venue, definitely in the UK, for people to go and compete. Not just if it was anyone else's comp, I'd say go down and get to that venue, because it's unbelievable. You can stay there, there's saunas, there's just everything you need on site, basically. Yeah, it's just perfect.
How many shows a year do you just like aim to put on?
We go for about 9 now, so we've got 3 in Brighton, we've got 2 in Newcastle, we do 2 in London, and we do the Northwest Open. And this year we're running the Blackpool again at Blackpool Tower.
Some Scottish guys coming down.
Some Scottish guys. But we used to go to Scotland quite a lot. We started off in Scotland. One of our first competitions, the Scottish Championships. I love it up there. You guys are,
Mental.
yeah, it's full on. Yeah, we really like it. But we do get a lot of support from Scotland. The great guys.
Just close. It's a nice one to come down to. Different kind of circuit, new guys to compete against, and very well run. Like everything went pretty much to clockwork there, at least in our division. So
yeah, that's the least of our worries nowadays. Like they're running a competition, especially with smooth comp as well. It's just a lot easier. When we started, and you had to turn up and there was paper stuck to the walls where you had to read your brackets on there, had to get them crossed out and that. So it's a lot more professional. So smooth comp, I can't congratulate them enough. They've really helped jiu-jitsu. You can see just by the number of jiu-jitsu competitions there is today, with 5 or 6 in the UK, big competitions, and that's all down to smooth comp, because without that, no one would be. It was a skill in itself and in the competition. So it's
awesome.
good.
Thanks so much for your
thank
time.
you. I can talk to you all day.
Thank you so much.
So our man Lawrence just pulled up and gave us a bunch of t-shirts for being at the event. So look at these bad boys, not bad, not bad for a day's work. Nate comes and gets gold. We walk away with a bunch of t-shirts to take home. Sorry, we're about to go through a toll booth. Okay, so we were just driving through Newcastle, trying to find somewhere to go. And essentially I'm pushing for a PP, so we've drove around a little bit. We couldn't find a car park to get into the centre, and now we are parked in what seems to be the biggest Tesco I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, this is the car park. I don't know how much of that you can see, but it's fucking huge. It's bigger. The car park is like 4 times the size of any Tesco I've ever seen in my entire life, so we'll see what's going to happen. I quite enjoy just jaunting through the shops, so let's go and see what I've got in Tesco. It's got its own streets, that's how big this thing is, bro. It's got the cinema. There's no way this full place is a Tesco. They don't make them like this in Scotland. This is crazy, bro. This Tesco is so big, it's got its own meal deal section. What is the fucking... This is how much room is in the Tesco meal deal section.
Yeah.
It's huge! Okay, so we're just sitting away eating our dinner, eating a nice pizza, boom, 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 and I realised that I totally fucking forgot to, like, not interview Nate, but have a chat with him afterwards about his performance. Totally forgot to fucking ask him about it. We're going up to, when we get back in Scotland, we're getting the keys to fucking Rivals headquarters, Rivals No Gi Jiu-Jitsu headquarters, so we'll get those, and potentially we can interview him there, because I think he's going to come along to that. Well, we've just had pizza. We've just had a Pizza Express. We're now going to be heading back to the Airbnb. Going to sit down, get some work done and stuff like that. Had like 5 guys sign up last week, so essentially make some programs, work on some other things, some other bits and bobs, and then fucking hit the ZZs and go to Benny Bots.
What uh-oh?
My nuts. Okay, so it is obviously much later on in the day now. I say the day, it's like, let me check. It is like 22 midnight, it's quite late. But essentially, came back from the venue, performances and all the things that you think about after something like that. So obviously he's doing incredibly well. I mean, something that you probably heard me saying throughout the competition after night 1, it was like, train like a professional, win like a professional, train like a professional, win like a professional. And again, the guys who train like professionals win like professionals. What does that fucking really mean, right? It means that if you train like a professional, which means consistently, regardless of how you feel or whatever's going on in your life, you train consistently, you win consistently. I believe that's 7 matches in a row now that he's won without ever conceding a single point against him, which is wild, right? And when you consider that Nate, before we started working together, had never won gold before. He'd won silver, I believe, multiple times, but he'd never won gold. And again, obviously multiple reasons that go into that. I'm not trying to take credit for that at all, because it's absolutely not my win. It's 100% on Nate. Obviously, like, we just kind of helped solve a few problems there, which allowed him to go to his full potential. Generally, it's the mental aspect, and then on top of that, the physical aspect, right? Having the gas tank, having the strength specific to jiu-jitsu. Again, it's not enough to just have like raw, like for example, being able to like squat fucking 200 kilos. It's like, great, that's awesome, mate. It's a fucking brilliant achievement, but is that going to directly translate to jiu-jitsu specific strength? If you're out like running long runs to get ready for jiu-jitsu, that's marathon training, mate. You know, like if you're out there doing sprints, you're sprinting. It's about bringing all these things together in the right way, and what really separates the high achievers against people who maybe stay where they are, stay stuck. A big thing is they're willing to ask for help, they're willing to actually take help on, they're extremely coachable, and then on top of that, it's that they just find a solution. Like something that I always say is that winners win. And that's because winners do win, right, obviously, but my point, the thing that I'm digging at with that, right, is that it's a foregone conclusion to them. They will always find a way, it's just a matter of things, it's the way that things go. Losers will always find an excuse, they'll always find some sort of insurmountable obstacle that they cannot overcome. But winners don't see obstacles that they can't overcome, they just see things or problems to be solved. And when you can look at every single thing that gets in your way, is nothing more than a problem that has to be solved. You can fucking do anything. It's nothing to do with how difficult the problem is, but how you approach it and how you decide to approach it. Right? If you approach that with the mindset of, I am going to find a way through this no matter what, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how fucking ridiculous it seems, I will find a way through this. And ultimately, that is it. There's always a solution. Always. Anyway, Nate Doggy Dog, massively fucking proud of you, mate. You've made so much improvements in these last few months, and I can just only imagine where the future will take you, my friend. So just keep working hard, keep doing the shit that you're doing, and ultimately you can't go wrong. The only way that you can go wrong is if you stray from the path, baby. Hello, you fucking bastards. It is the 27th of April, 2025, in the Big Brother house. It's Sunday, it is Sunday. We've woke up on Sunday, and we are packing our shit up because it's time to go, baby. We're gonna fucking pack our stuff up, clean this place up a little bit, because we're nice people in our Airbnb. We're gonna clean up, we're gonna fuck off, we're gonna eat before we fuck off, and we're gonna eat some food. Got some lamb burgers from Tesco yesterday, that gigantic fucking Tesco that you've seen. Anyway, and then we're gonna get in the car and we're gonna vroom vroom back to Scotland, and that's gonna be about it. It's been an absolutely fantastic weekend. That's us packed up, and we're going back to Scotland. Okay, so this is a few days after the comp because we forgot to film. I was sitting in Pizza Express after Nate competed, and I thought, fuck, I forgot to interview Nate. So here we are now, interviewing Nate about his performance at the competition. Nate, how was the fucking competition, my friend?
Yeah, it went very well. I felt very composed, very good out there. Yeah, it was really good.
Awesome. I mean, yeah, like you fucking absolutely dominated from start to finish. It was, you only had 2 matches because I believe like 5 guys pulled out literally on the day of the comp, but essentially you went out there for your first match, because you were 12-0 against the guy.
Yep.
Second match, 22-0 and a Unica choke finish.
Yep.
Fucking, how does it feel to just be absolutely stunting on guys?
Yeah, I feel really pleased with it. I think in the past, maybe like kind of like starting out white belt days and stuff like that, I maybe underperformed, you know, like maybe was capable of a bit more and didn't necessarily show it come game day. But I feel as though, given my new skills in jiu-jitsu, but also the S&C work I've been doing with Hayden, I really do feel like it's making me be able to put my best foot forward when it comes to competition day.
Yeah, do you feel that obviously having the condition and having the strength allows you to go out there and literally just worry about the competition?
Yeah, 100%. There's maybe like comps in the past, like as I've already said, like starting out in that, where I've maybe felt, oh, I'm maybe not 100% conditioned for this. I'm maybe not 100% ready for this mentally. I've not psychologically got ready for this enough. But I felt as though in this most recent comp that I was just in my total like flow state, like where kind of that point where like the discipline of the training, but also the freedom of the activity you're doing kind of merge, and I really did feel as though I could just kind of do what I wanted out there. Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah, and something that guys have picked up on like at every comp, well the last few at least, they're always like that you're fucking huge for the division, that you're like jacked, that you're stacked. Like again, do you feel noticeably bigger and stronger than the guys you're competing against?
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I feel as though my body type allows me, and also the way that me and Hayden went about doing my conditioning and stuff like that, I've really been able to fill out the division in a sense where like I'm really kind of I'm big enough to where like I'm sizably kind of bigger than most of the guys I'm competing against, but I'm also like in good shape. It's not as if I'm just like huge with like tons of body fat or anything like that. It's yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to walk in there and know that like, yeah, realistically, like strength wise, cardio wise, all of the above, size wise, I can really, you know, stack up well against these guys. So on the day I was actually a little bit underweight. I weighed in at approximately 78.4 kilos. The division was capped at 79.5. So yeah, like that was partly due to just like bringing my weight down gradually over a course of time with like, again, Hayden's nutrition and stuff like that, like just sticking to a calorie plan and stuff like that and not exceeding it. So I was, because in the past I've maybe done comps where I've had to cut a lot of water, and that's maybe led to me feeling like maybe a little bit, you know, fatigued and stuff like that on the day. Yeah. But I didn't feel that with this one. I really did feel as though I kind of got my weight down outside of the competition day and was able to just walk in and do the business.
Yeah, because I remember like when we first started working together, I asked like, mate, what's your strategy for making weight? And you're like, I just don't eat the day before.
Yeah, that's 100%. Like, pretty much every white belt comp I did, some of my blue belt comps, I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to eat the day before, and I'll just see how I feel. That maybe partly to what, like, as one of the reasons I didn't perform necessarily to my fullest at those starting comps. But that's not the case anymore. Like, got kind of like a professional point of view now that's been kind of handed down by you, and I know what's required of me to make the weight on the day and feel good.
Yeah, and how do you feel, like obviously the things that we're doing, we managed to get you down a considerable amount of weight literally in the course of a couple of days through like smart manipulations. Do you feel that impacts your performance at all?
I don't believe that impacts my performance in a negative way. If anything, I feel as though it impacts it in a positive way. It gives me that ability to get those last few pounds off me. Didn't necessarily need it this time, but in the past and in the future, I'll definitely, those manipulation tactics with the sodium levels and things like this, it really does pay dividends for getting me to the comp on weight. So yeah, 100%.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean it's good to have like a strategy that you can go in and implement on literally like a couple of days' notice without having any noticeable impact on your performance, because ultimately a lot of guys fuck up the same day weigh-ins by doing dumb shit like you were doing before. But again, we put in the tactics there, and it means you can go there, weigh in considerably underneath your actual weight, then be back up to your actual weight by the time you compete. But yeah, again, mate, fucking stellar performances. I believe that's 7 matches in a row now that you've went completely uncontested, not had a single point conceded against you.
Yeah, unscored on in 7, looking to make it 10, looking to make it 20, but we'll see. You never know what the future holds. But yeah, looking to just kind of continue the momentum onwards.
What are your next steps? What are your next stages? Where are you going after this?
So I'm going to look to compete again regionally, and then following another regional competition, I'm looking to do my first ever, I guess in jiu-jitsu you call it a super fight, an invitational, and that will be a different experience. I've never done one of those before, but yeah, just looking to garner as much experience on the mats as possible competing, and yeah, looking to, you know, take this pretty far.
Amazing, mate. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Kapow!